If you're hunting for a sleek, multi-device mechanical keyboard, you've probably come across the Akko 5075B Plus, promising a 75% layout, hot-swappable switches, and wireless freedom, all at a pretty decent price around $63. But here's what surprised me. Despite that glowing 4.5-star Amazon rating, this keyboard has a bunch of quirks that might seriously trip you up, especially if you're a gamer or heavy typist. Therefore, before you buy, stick around because this honest review will peel back the gloss and reveal the problems lurking beneath that classy black and silver finish. Now, if you're wondering whether it's the ultimate productivity tool or just another keyboard with fancy RGB lights, we'll dig deep into build quality, typing experience, connectivity, noise reduction, and more. By the end, you'll know exactly who should consider this keyboard and who needs to run for the hills. Plus, I'll share some amusing keyboard fails that made me laugh and cringe at the same time. Let's jump in. First, let's talk design because that's what caught my eye when I unboxed the Akko 5075B Plus. This keyboard sports a classic black and silver 75% layout, blending elegance with functionality, including a function row and a multimedia rotary encoder for volume and other adjustments that feel premium and conducive to productivity. It's compact yet doesn't skimp on keys, striking a nice balance for desk real estate. However, the story gets complicated here. Unlike traditional tray-mounted keyboards, the 5075B Plus is gasket-mounted, which is supposed to cushion your typing with a soft, bouncy feel enhanced by silicone plate foam, case foam, and an IXPE switch pad. So naturally, I was expecting noise reduction and comfort to be off the charts, but guess what? The noise reduction is optimized, but not perfect. While typing casually at home, it was quieter than some budget boards, but when I switched to gaming or faster typing bursts, the clackiness echoed enough to be distracting, especially on hard desks or quieter environments. That made me wonder, if noise reduction was a selling point, why did some reviewers still complain about sound levels? Turns out, the gasket mount alone isn't a miracle cure. Your choice of switches hugely affects noise. The Akko 5075B Plus comes hot-swappable, letting you swap switches without soldering, which is great. But the default creamy switches included are a little on the noisy side and mushy if you like crisp tactile feedback. To get the quiet and comfy experience promised, you'll most likely need aftermarket switches and possibly O-rings, which adds to cost and effort. So, this keyboard isn't exactly plug-and-play perfection here. Speaking of connectivity, this keyboard is versatile, no doubt. It supports Bluetooth 5.0 for up to 3 devices, plus a 2.4 GHz wireless mode with a receiver, and a wired USB-C option with easy switching between modes. This makes it a solid candidate if you want to switch between a PC, tablet, and phone at your desk without plugging and unplugging repeatedly. But there's a catch. Switching can sometimes be finicky. The Bluetooth pairing process is straightforward at first, but switching devices quickly can cause delayed responses or dropped connections occasionally. And that's frustrating when you're in a flow. Battery life is rated with a massive 3000 mAh cell, which is great, lasting up to several days even with RGB lights on. But if you're constantly switching modes or devices, the keyboard occasionally glitches out or resets, requiring a reboot to get back online. For some users, this could mean losing the moment's momentum, which is a productivity killer. Now, here's where it gets fun: the RGB lighting. The Akko 5075B Plus packs customizable per-key RGB lighting and side LEDs through its proprietary cloud driver software. The software lets you remap keys and create lighting effects that sync across the keyboard. Sounds ideal, right? Well, the reality is a bit bumpy. The Cloud Driver app isn't the most intuitive or bug-free. Some users reported crashes, driver recognition hiccups, and lost customization settings after restarts. So, if you're someone who loves fine-tuning every single key's glow, you might get a little annoyed. Maybe that's the universe's way of telling us to stop showing off our RGB setups in video calls. Now, who is this keyboard really for? If you're a beginner or casual typist wanting a stylish, reasonably priced, multi-device wireless keyboard with decent build quality, it might just fit the bill. Hot-swappable switches give you room to upgrade typing feel if you get into mechanical keyboards later. And the compact 75% layout saves desk space without sacrificing essential keys. However, if you're a hardcore gamer needing ultra-responsive, silent switches, or a professional writer who demands perfect key stability and noise reduction out of the box, you'll find compromises here. The stock switches and sound profile may not satisfy your needs without extra modding. Additionally, if you require rock-solid wireless connectivity under intense workloads, occasional glitches might disrupt you. Okay, time for a quick joke break to ease the tension. Why did the keyboard break up with the mouse? Because it felt clicked around too much. Speaking of clicks, the Akko 5075B Plus clicks a lot more than some other premium options at this price point. Now, let me tell you the story of my first gaming session on the 5075B Plus. I was hyped to use the rotary encoder to adjust volume mid-game without tabbing out. Sounds great in theory, but in practice, the encoder felt a bit loose and sometimes skipped volume increments, messing up my audio balance. It felt like the keyboard was saying, "I want a game, but I'm still figuring it out." While I love the keyboard's looks and the ability to switch devices, these little annoyances added up. Oh, one more joke before we move on. Why don't keyboards ever sleep? Because they have two shifts. But even with two shifts, the Akko 5075B Plus can feel a bit tired if you demand non-stop performance. Let's talk the build quality. The chassis is a solid blend of plastic and metal, with a silver aluminum-like top frame that adds to the keyboard's premium vibe and durability. Keycaps are double-shot PBT, which usually means long-lasting printing without wearing off quickly. For a sub-$70 board, this is a big plus. Still, another problem appeared with the keycaps. Some users noted slight oddities in the stabilizers on longer keys like spacebar and shift, resulting in a wobble or rattle, especially if you hit them off-center. Not a deal-breaker, but again, not something you expect at this price from a brand like Akko. If you're wondering about programming the keys beyond just remapping, the Akko Cloud Driver offers full customization, letting you create macros and remap every key to suit your workflow or gaming setup. It's impressive for productivity enthusiasts who want every keystroke optimized. But patience is needed as the interface can be clunky compared to better-known software like Logitech G Hub or Razer Synapse. Okay, quick rehook. Wondering if the Akko 5075B Plus is the budget wireless mechanical keyboard that finally checks all boxes? Stay tuned because we're about to break down those RGB struggles, connectivity secrets, and who really should buy this keyboard. To recap and resolve, the Akko 5075B Plus is a decent mechanical keyboard with a lot going for it: gasket-mounted typing comfort, multi-device wireless modes, hot-swappable switches, and a stylish black and silver look that's sure to appeal to minimalists. But it's not perfect. Noise reduction isn't as effective with default switches. Occasional wireless connectivity hiccups happen, and the software could use a polish. Plus, gamers might find the rotary encoder imprecise, and writers might want quieter keys right out of the box. Still, its biggest asset is versatility. If you value a wireless keyboard that can juggle your PC, tablet, and phone with reasonable battery life, and you're happy to tinker with switches or keycaps later, it's a solid contender for just under $63. Final joke to leave you smiling. Why did the keyboard stay home from work? It lost its shift key and couldn't function. Fortunately, the Akko 5075B Plus still functions well with or without perfect shifts once customized. If you want the best price on the Akko 5075B Plus, check the link in the description below. But act fast because prices change very quickly on Amazon. Whether it's your first mechanical keyboard or a versatile second device, this board could grow with you. Thanks for watching this honest review. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth gadget insights. Until next time, type fast and game smart.